How you doing?
Good.
Good. So we have, it's almost 10, it's like 5 to 10. If you guys have questions during, please feel free to ask. If you want to wait to the end, you can ask too. I have probably 40 minutes worth of material if I'm not interrupted, so we have time for questions if you guys have questions.
How much if you are interrupted?
Say what?
How much time if you are interrupted?
Oh my god, we could go all day, right?
Okay.
I try to be fast, but... Okay, so for those of you who are starting out, I did a little poll, but then a bunch of people came in. So for those of you who are just starting out, my recommendation, what I exclusively design in these days, is WordPress. And there's 2 different reasons. One is the flexibility. I like in WordPress sites, even as a designer or a client, that I can make it look like whatever I want. It has almost unlimited functionality as far as what you can add to it to enhance your site. Some of the things I've added for clients is being able to translate into different languages, being able to make the text bigger for older readers. I've been able to add, I mean, obviously every social media channel there is, but basically I really like it for that. And then I also, for WordPress, like that if you are willing to learn it, you have total control over your site. And so you don't have to pay a web designer every time you want to make a change, every time you want to upload an image, if you want a new photo gallery, if you want to add a Facebook like box. You don't have to pay anybody to do any of it. You can do it all yourself. Now, some people don't want to learn that stuff, and I guess that's why I have a job. But people who come to these types of seminars are usually DIYers, and so because of that, I think WordPress is the best option. Now, like I said, most of the people who I polled before everyone else came in said they had a WordPress site, so I won't take too long to sell it. Yes, sir.
Could you read to me the whatever is before .com on the board?
Your digital stew.
Oh, okay.
That's my website. Yeah, sorry.
Thank you.
So these are so many ingredients. There are so many channels that we are expected to be speaking on. So this is my Google+, WordPress, Facebook, print design, Twitter, having a blog, LinkedIn, and email marketing. It's a lot to manage. It's a lot to handle, and it can become sort of befuddled in its looks and its messaging. So, what are you supposed to do? How are you supposed to handle it all? Seth Godin wrote a book called The Big Red Fez, and in it he compared web users to monkeys, which maybe isn't the most flattering thing, but basically monkeys go to a site, monkeys jump around. So you sort of have to give the monkeys bananas. Come over here, come over here, come over here, come over here. And this is how you get your site to work for you. You herd the monkeys. So one of the ways you can herd web users in your brand is to send them to your website. Your website should be your home base. Everything you're doing on all these ingredients should lead to your site. Why? It's because your site is where you can show your stuff. It's where your blog is, and they can find out how intelligent and interesting and brilliant you are. It's where you can show your services and even your pricing. If you have products, they can buy off your site. And it's where I don't know how many of you know about affiliate marketing, but there's stuff that you can sell on your site for other people. So your website's really where you're going to make money. There are Facebook apps that allow you to sell things off your Facebook page too. But really, in order to showcase yourself, your website has the most potential to do that. So that's why I recommend that your website be your home base. So branding. So how can you get your looks to be consistent over all the channels? There's a couple different ways. And I'm going to show some examples in a minute. But you guys have all been on Facebook, so you know both the pages and the profiles. The pages now also have an opportunity for you to have a banner on the left side, not just a profile picture. So it's 180 by 520 pixels. You can use that whole space for sales messaging, and then you can have the photos going across the top to match that messaging. Your Twitter background should be consistent with what your website looks like. Your LinkedIn photo should be consistent with what your Facebook and your Twitter photo look like. Everything should have the same profile photo. Some people don't do that. They have a professional one on LinkedIn and then they have like a cash one on Facebook. But you know, that face, your face, that's okay, becomes part of your brand. People recognize you right away. And you know what, recently I cut my hair 9 inches, but my profile photo is kind of a close-up of my face. So and also it's like a little straighter in my profile photo, but when people meet me in person, they recognize me right away. Even though I look different, because it's like the same photo everywhere, so they know my face. If you have a blog separate from your website, which I don't recommend, you can have your blog site match your website, and it should match your website. You should have a color palette with specific colors that you're using every time. So, like this right here, this blue background, that's the same exact gradient I have on the header of my website. It's the same exact gradient I have on Facebook. It's not Twitter as of yet, because I just keep forgetting to do it. But I do have the same little ingredients on the bottom, and I'm going to show you that. And Google Plus too. Google Plus has an opportunity for you to have that profile photo and then photos going across the top. And so you should make those consistent with your other channels. So here's my Facebook. So there's my giant picture of my face. And then, excuse me, same gradient, same thing, same graphics. These are just random pictures because I kind of like the personal feel of Facebook. And I don't really have like a slew. That's okay.
I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. I don't have like I haven't had like a photo session where I have like me and like every different pose that can go across the top. So I try to keep it casual. Also because, as you can see, like I'm kind of a casual chick. Like I don't really, you know, I don't know. I don't go all out for stuff like that. Twitter, again, I should change the back.